Horror movies have been around since 1898, and it's not always about what's hiding under your bed or lurking in the shadows looking to kill you. Sometimes it's about having a good laugh too, thus the horror comedy subgenre. The earliest film in this subgenre dates back to the 1920s Haunted Spooks, where after numerous failed attempts to commit suicide, Lloyd runs into a lawyer who is looking for a stooge to stand in as a groom in order to secure a house inheritance for his client by scaring people off the property, claiming it is haunted. Just 2 years later, Count Orlok creeps into cinemas in the first vampire film, Nosferatu. Over the years, when we have seen these two subgenres combine, it typically is a recipe for success. Films like Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein, Fright Night, Dracula, Dead and Loving It are just a few of the names that come to mind that deliver in both horror and laughs. Renfield, starring Nick Cage, is the latest horror comedy to drop featuring vampires, but it's not the first, nor will it be the last. And if you're looking for more vampire fun, here are 5 vampire comedies you may never have,
or probably,
heard of.
Number 5. Vampires, Zombies, and Aliens, oh my. Freaks of Nature is a cleverly written satire on how easy it is to mislead people through sharing misinformation and feeding into people's fears. Dag, Petra, and Ned are normal teens trying to find what social circle they fit into in their small town of Dilford, Ohio, which is home to humans, vampires, and zombies, who are all trying to commingle peacefully together. However, when their town is visited by aliens, each of the communities blame the other for the alien presence, citing that they were called to Earth to wipe them out, leaving just one race of species in their town. As the fear heightens within each of the communities, anarchy erupts in the town, causing everyone to begin fighting each other in the streets. Dag, Petra, and Ned come together with a plan on how to save their town, but must figure out a way to get everyone to listen. Number 4.
Before it was a hit TV series on FX, What We Do in the Shadows was a film by Taika Waititi before he ruined Thor in the MCU. Yes, he did that. In case you do not know, What We Do in the Shadows is a mockumentary like The Office, where the documentary crew is not following a paper company, but 4 vampire housemates, Viago, Vladislav, Deacon, and Peter, who share a flat in the Wellington suburb of New Zealand. The documentary is covering how vampires struggle with the mundane aspects of modern life, like paying rent, keeping up with the chore wheel, and trying to blend into society by getting into nightclubs. Now, as you might expect, the film features confessional-style interviews throughout the film by our lead characters who share their feelings on being a vampire. Things take an unexpected turn during the film when Peter accidentally turns one of their potential meals into a vampire, leaving the flatmates to deal with the fallout of a fledgling vampire running around town, causing trouble, and possibly exposing who they are to the world.
Society, mate, you don't go bringing your bloody cameras into everything.
You will not eat the camera guy, maybe one camera guy.
Here.
Number 3. If you are feeling the void for The Office after watching What We Do in the Shadows, then Blood-Sucking Bastards will fill that void. Chock full of quotable lines, set in a telesales company, we follow the acting sales manager Evan Sanders' quest to become the permanent sales manager. Evan, however, is trying to transition from being one of the guys who would slack off during work hours and soon discovers that their branch manager has hired a longtime rival, Max, played by Pedro Pascal. Max sets lofty sales goals for the team, expressing that if they don't hit those goals, he will swap out the team for fresh blood. As Evan struggles to deal with losing out On being the sales manager, he notices that some of his coworkers seem to be acting different with their newfound motivation to keep their jobs. And when he discovers the body of one of his friends who was supposedly fired, dead in a bathroom stall, which mysteriously vanishes when he goes to get help, Evan tries to convince his coworkers that something is not right in the office and that Max killed him.
Meeting's canceled.
Number 2.
The often overlooked Scream Queen Barbara Crampton, who some may know from The Reanimator, Puppet Master, or Castle Freak, fell in love with the script for Jacob's Wife and championed it being made. Jacob's Wife is about Anne, who, portrayed by Crampton, is the classic depiction for a Stepford wife who's married to a small-town minister who lives by the rules that his wife is better seen and not heard. After 30 years of suffering through oppression and the feeling that she is being slowly suffocated in her marriage, she decides to be a bit naughty when an old high school flame rolls into town, and she decides to sneak off with him one day to fulfill her urges. Only the couple quickly have to answer for their little tryst when out of the shadows steps out the ancient vampire who attacks them, leaving only her lover for dead. Coupled with guilt for what she has done and trying to make sense of everything, Anne begins to undergo a slow transformation into a more sensual, sex-crazed woman with an appetite to live a lot bolder. However, this change comes with a heavy body count that she has to try and cover up so not to reveal her secret.
Number 1. In this coming-of-age story in the inner city, Vampires versus the Bronx, we find 3 teens, Miguel, Bobby, and Greg, not only looking to navigate through life and try to avoid falling into the pitfalls of joining a local gang while their neighborhood slowly goes through gentrification. Real estate firm Murnau Properties has set up shop in the Bronx neighborhood and has been buying out all of the local business owners and sending them quickly packing out of the neighborhood. Or so it seems. If the image of Vlad the Impaler in their logo wasn't a dead giveaway, Miguel soon discovers that the real estate firm may be run by a vampire who's killing the owners for their businesses, but as he tries to rally the people in his neighborhood, no one believes him, and he is forced to take matters into his own hands with his friends by infiltrating the vampire coven. Like the Monster Squad, Vampires vs. the Bronx flawlessly blends comedy and horror together, making this a movie not only fun for all ages, but something you will want to watch regularly.
If you're watching this before you go to see Renfield or afterwards, and you're still looking for some vampire fun that you may not have seen before, this list should do it for you. There's a lot of great laughs that come from these movies, and some of the weaker films are really held together by some really good dialogue and some quotable lines. For instance, Blood-Sucking Bastards, there's a line from a character, Dave.
Always Dave.
He is collecting on money owed to him through a football pool, and he kind of lays guilt trips on people throughout the movie, and he has various ways or various lines that he delivers that in. One of them being, hey, my cat has a cleft lip, and when she goes to drink, she laps milk into her eyes. That's just one of the lines that he says. I'm not going to do any justice to it by delivering that line, but it is funny as hell. And the characters in that movie are great. Tim and the security guard, they just steal the entire movie, and it's a fun watch.
Yeah, they were. I liked Tim and the security guard. They were pretty funny. Mm-hmm. Dave, he's an asshole. No, I mean, he's not a likable character, but his stupid lines, I mean, they'll make you laugh.
And then Pedro Pascal is excellent as always.
Yeah, I mean, he plays a dick, but he's good at it, so it works.
Yeah, one of the other movies with Freaks of Nature, there is a death scene that is absolutely hysterical because the character narrates his entire death as it's happening.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. I was like, oh, is he really like narrating his own death right now? Yeah, he's like, Why am I not dead yet?
Yeah, and the cast for that film, too, is stacked. You got Dennis Leary in it.
Keegan-Michael Key.
Joan Cusack.
Joan Cusack.
Yeah, whatever.
Bob Odenkirk, who you will not recognize. He looks completely different. Patton Oswalt and Mae Whitman.
Yeah, that one's a fun one as well. So, definitely check out those films and the other ones that are on our list. But the biggest thing is Jacob's Wife. Came out probably in the middle of the pandemic.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Went straight to streaming to Shudder. It is definitely worth checking out. It is funny as hell. Entertaining. I don't know how people don't talk about this one as much as they should, but this one is probably one of the best vampire comedies since Fright Night.
Probably depends on what streaming services they had. And again, it did go straight to streaming. It probably would have anyway, but it was the middle of the pandemic and we were actively searching for movies that we hadn't seen because the theaters were shut down. So we continued our kind of weekly thing of watching movies that were new to us, but at home.
Yeah, this is one of those movies that Jenn did not like in the beginning.
I wanted him to turn it off.
And I was like, nope, I'm leaving it on because I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
And then she ended up liking the movie just as much as I did. Now, maybe a little teaser here this summer. Maybe we'll do a reaction show where I get to choose movies that I want to watch and she doesn't, and make her sit there and watch those movies, and we'll film her reactions to it. So if you want to see that, just let us know.
You don't want to see my reaction. And plus, I curse a lot at the TV, so.
All great films. Have you seen any of those? Would this make your list that you would recommend to other people to watch? What would be on your list of hidden gem vampire horror comedies? Let us know by dropping that in the comments. Now,
and keep in mind that we went through more than just these vampire films to find the ones that would make the list because I am very picky. I will take the blame for it. The possession movies, the vampire movies.
They're all good movies.
I know, but there were others that we watched that I was like, nope.
Once we get to the Demon Slayer horror comedies, yeah, I got one on there that she don't like. So stay tuned for that. Now, don't forget, it is the quest for 25
subscribers.
Don't forget, it is the quest for 5,000 subscribers, and you can help us get there by
liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing.
Yes.
Don't just watch. Subscribe.
Every single like and comment, even if it's hi or hello or your list sucks, helps the algorithm.
Be nice. Don't say that.
True. Don't say that. But if you do, oh well. But every little like and comment helps independent YouTubers. So when you drop that like and you drop that comment because you watched the video, it helps push that video out to other people that are tuning in to watch videos. Not just ours, but other ones that are content that is similar to ours. So please do that like and comment. We appreciate it, and we appreciate you for watching these videos. Now, because it is a quest, we want to give away some prizes. So every video at 25, 50, 75, and 100 likes and comments, you will have a chance to win some movie theater swag. At 100 likes and comments, you win a one-sheet movie theater poster, which is pretty big.
And pretty sweet.
Yes.
We have a few of them, and they are very, very cool.
We have a few just downstairs here. We have several more
upstairs. Yes.
On display. Those ones we're not giving away.
No, they're ours.
At 4,000 subscribers, we are giving away the limited edition Scream Ahead popcorn bucket from Cinemark. And then at 5,000 subscribers, you get a chance to win the Strawberries and Scream box cereal from the UK, not available here in the US, and it is signed by
Matthew Lillard, David Arquette, and Rose McGowan.
It's pretty sweet. So if we don't hit 5,000 subscribers, I will not cry over having to keep it.
No, definitely not.
As you can see.
Yeah, I think, we've made space for it. So if we don't hit 5,000, we keep it.
Anyway, let us know what you think of this video and what will be on your list by dropping it in the comments. And until the next Pop 5, see ya.